What we're looking at here is basically a robot.
Wow.
Okay, and the job of this robot is to take a crop. This particular case, it's corn
Corn.
crop, and clean and separate everything in the crop to obtain this, right?
Wow.
A very clean kernel, which is what is used to do all kinds of things from feeding to, you know,
Our
all types
sweeteners,
of
so
stuff.
many
Yeah,
things.
whatever, yeah, ethanol to whatever. That's what we intend to do. And to do this, this machine needs to do three things extremely well:
Okay.
navigate, operate, and transport. And what this robot has is AI applications and computer vision that allows it to do those three things very well. So
Wow.
when it comes to navigate, the machine knows exactly where it is in the field and where it needs to go towards all of the time with sub-inch accuracy.
Wow.
Right? When it comes to operate, is basically take what you see here on the display, which is the standing crop,
Yeah.
right, and then produce the kernels, right, that are going to be transported out. Now you want to do that as quickly as you can because you want to take the crop out in the most productive way possible.
Right.
But you want to make sure that the quality of the kernel is held, so you don't want to damage the crop at all.
Right.
And you want to make sure
That
that you
affects
don't leave
bottom line.
anything behind, right? So that's what this is. And for inside the separating elements of these machines have a number of different sensors, computer vision, and so on to determine how fast it can move and what adjustments need to be made to ensure that that job is done as productively as possible.
Okay.
And finally, as the grain tank is filled, it needs to be transported out of the field. And to do that, we have this very, very large auger that can output 300 pounds per second.
Wow.
And there's some equivalences there of what does that mean? Because it's just kind of hard
Right.
to put your mind around.
So
that's
that's 300 pounds of the finished kernel products
per second.
Wow. That's incredible.
That's exactly right. What we offer is a function called machine sync, where automatically the combine will take over the driving of the tractor that is pulling the grain cart.
Wow.
So that it matches its speed, it positions the cart exactly in the right point, fields the grain cart, and then disengages safely out of the way of the combine.
Wow.
At the same time that the combine continues to harvest without slowing down or losing any momentum.
That is incredible. My question is, so with so many things being automated here, it sounds like it's taking a lot of different roles. I mean, compared to, I would say, the classic agricultural method of hundreds of, maybe thousands of years, how many roles is this machine fulfilling?
Well, the name of this machine is combine because it combines a number of jobs. That's where it basically
Yeah.
cutting the crop, separating the grain, which is threshing, and cleaning it, right? So
Right.
that used to be years ago before these machines were available.
Yeah.
That used to be three different jobs that had to take place. So to your point,
Yeah.
that's absolutely what these type of machines can do. And now they can do that with a very high level of automation and accuracy, right?
Right.
Now, you bring up a very interesting point, which you mentioned is, well, and what about the access to technology to other countries that are still emerging technology? Well,
Right.
that might not necessarily have the big, large acres to grow thousands and hundreds of thousands of acres of corn and soybean, but are
Right.
countries with a bit more of a traditional farming, like the ones you would find in Eastern Europe, particularly the southern part of Eastern Europe.
Right.
Well, the whole technology of precision agriculture, which is basically placing the right input in the right amount and in the right place, can be done in a very scalable way. It can be done in some of the largest fields in the world, in Brazil, in North America, and
Right.
other parts, but the same principles apply to small scale family farming in
Right.
places like you mentioned
Yeah.
Macedonia,
Albania, Macedonia, all these
Albania,
places. Wow.
and some other places.
Wow.
And that technology, that we offer to be able to do that is quite scalable. So while you're looking here at some of the largest machines that we have,
Yeah.
the technology around positioning, GPS positioning, auto track, being able to navigate precisely, place a seat precisely, is also available for machines that are of much smaller scale and much lower cost.
Well, thank you, Alex. I really appreciate your time. This is incredible, very informative, and best of luck at your event here.
All right. Thank you so much for the visit.
Thank
Terrific
you.
meeting you. Thank you.